welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be testing out how effective Minecraft's brand new spear is. You see, I've been messing around with it and I'm starting to question how strong this thing really is. So today we're going to find out just how useful the spear is and just how much damage it does. So let's start. Firstly, our little helper here is going to help out with this testing dummy. I don't really know what to do about that. So we have a couple different attacks we need to account for here. We obviously have got the basic jab attack. We got charging, basic things. But I need to find out how effective they are. So here we have two maxed out spears, one with lunge and one without lunge. Firstly, I want to test the damage in three different ways. I want to test the jab attack, the lunge, which replaces the jab attack, and I also want to test, the charging attack. So I think I figured out the most effective way to use charges. You see, I take a wind charge, and I wind charge into the air, and then I charge. Well, wait, hold up. Yeah, well, normally I would do it and keep going forward. But if you do it right, it lets you deal a lot of damage. It actually lets you do like 3 hits at once, which I'm not sure if it does enough damage with that charge to be worthwhile, but, it's more than nothing, I suppose. I'm also going to turn it to peaceful because we don't want mobs, actually. Okay, good. So here we go. First attack is the jab attack. I'm going to put this guy right here. I'll put them in survival mode, just so we can test this out. Keep myself in creative for now. So here, we jab. Oh, wait, hold up. That did a lot more damage than I thought. I actually kind of don't believe it. So let's look over here. One jab does 7 hearts of damage. 7 hearts to an unarmored player. So a maxed out spear can almost one-tap a player, but their regeneration will outpace it. So in the end, they are capable. Well, actually, that's just peaceful regeneration. But one attack with a spear does 7 hearts to an unarmored individual. So that's good to know. You can just do this twice to kill an unarmored player. Very fair. So actually, a maxed out spear would be a viable early game weapon. Of course, where are you getting maxed out spears, man? Like, I don't know if this is actually going to be a viable weapon early game at all. But like, maybe if you get really lucky and really quickly enchant a maxed out diamond spear, it might be worthwhile. But to be honest, unless it's a speed run, I don't think so. So our next attack is the lunge one. Does the same amount of damage, which is actually hugely surprising. I did not think it did that. You have to be relatively precise with it. So I thought the lunge did even less damage, but it turns out it does the same. So it's actually just a better charge attack. Well, not charge attack, but a better... never mind. It's just a better normal attack. So now we're going to try and charge him with our wind charge method. Okay, that only worked. I only hit him once. Wait, hold up. I only hit you once. Here we go. Take 2. What the heck? Oh! Okay, so if you do it right, if you do it perfectly, you can actually knock an unarmored player down to half a heart instead of 3 hearts. So it actually does an extra 2.5 hearts of damage if you do it right, which is insane. Well, not insane, but I thought that it did like way more. I thought it would do like more like 3 hits. Guess not. Here, let me try that again. Oh, did it wrong. Maybe if I... Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's happening, honestly, to be honest. Oh. Okay, so if you just like land right on top of him, it does enough damage to one tap someone. So you know, it's okay against unarmored people. Now let's try well. Now it's time to go put on our Elytra and Elytra spear him. Yeah, I don't know what you expected. It's the Elytra spear. It's like the only useful technique the spear has. Okay, well now that we've abused our poor training dummy while he's ungeared, it's time to give her iron armor because we want to see how effective would a late game spear be against, you know, early game armor. Like, would it be useful? Would it be worthwhile to attack someone with this gear? So yeah, put that on me on the phone. There we go. So now let's start with the jab attack, obviously. Jab does 3.5 hearts of damage to an iron armored player. So it's a viable attack option. It does 3.5 hearts, but it's like so much slower. The problem is with every other weapon you can just do this. Well, if you didn't have knockback, you could combo them. Here, let me give a better example without knockback. The problem is every other weapon in the game, you can just do this on Bedrock. Yeesh, I thought he would have died way quicker. I think it's because my CPS count sucks. Also, my aim sucks. I'm so used to knockback just not existing. But anyways, that's the point. You can kill someone in the same amount of time it takes for you to do this. Well, maybe a little bit longer. So it takes like what? Oh yeah, minimum range, by the way. It takes you like 3 hits to kill someone with a spear. Lunge attack, obviously the same exact thing. Yeah, pretty fun to play around with. 3 hits to kill someone in iron armor. What about the wind charge spearing technique? Ooh, that's a lot. It does 7 hearts. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, I think it does 8 hearts. Wow, that is a lot of damage to an iron armored person.
Yeah, you're on your own world.
Okay, so I'm recording, by the way. Please stop making continuous noise. It kind of makes me angry. Here we go. Oh my word! Okay, here we go. Time to send the test. Let's see. Wind charge spearing, is it effective? Okay, so for some reason when I sprint, it does less damage. So I'm going to recreate that, because I dealt like 9.5 hearts when I just walked up. What? Wind charge spearing is more effective than doing it every other... What? Okay, well, okay, we can just casually... I guess we can just casually one-tap people in iron armor. Just by, like... Oh, wait, no, I did it wrong again. There we go. So we can just, like, you know, 1 or 2 tap people in iron armor with this. Pretty effective. Now to do the, obviously, like, overkill technique, but we're gonna Elytra spear him. Yeah.
Or do you want to help me create my world server called 6-7?
Stop talking. Literally, like I told you, shut up. Listen, for crying out loud. Okay, so big surprise, 1 tap. Easy kill. Now, let's give you some diamond armor. Base diamond. So, let's start with the jab attack. Or we can just do lunge. It does the same. So I just jump. It only does like a heart of damage, maybe a heart and a half. Let's try that again.
No, it only does half a heart.
It does 1 heart. So yeah, we're doing 1 heart to a diamond armored player with a jab, with each jab. Essentially, we would have to like spam this to kill someone in just plain diamond armor, which is kind of sad.
What about wind spearing?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. So it does like 3.5 hearts of damage. It is a viable combat technique, surprisingly. I am actually shocked that it does as much damage as it does. It's not as effective. It's more like a balanced form of combat. I have a feeling if someone has good enough aim, they're going to catch you in midair and combo the frick out of you. But if you're fighting against moderately skilled, I mean, honestly, only
Like
really
me.
skilled. You're not moderately skilled.
Then I'm a pro.
No, you're a noob.
I'm coming.
I'm gonna drop in
Nee,
skill.
nee, nee, nee.
Whoa! One tap to diamond armor. That is nice. I thought it might not actually do it, but I mean, of course it did it. Who am I kidding? So yeah, Elytra Spearing is a one tap to normal diamond armor.
3 tactical nukes incoming. It finally killed him.
Well, I missed the other two.
So you missed the other 2 nukes.
Yes, I'm kind of bad. Okay, now that he's in diamond armor, it's time to attack him some more. Okay, so first we're obviously going to do our lunge attack. And it does a grand half a heart. Oh my word. Lunging is worthless now. It does nothing. You thought that it did something? Wrong. So yeah, maybe don't use that. Maybe use a normal spear. Maybe like do that instead. Oh my word, I'm still hitting him and it's just not doing anything. Dude, I think that this would like be something you'd have to do till like durability break. He's not even taking damage. Oh my word. Like I kid you not, he's on full health. Full freaking health. And I've been spear spamming him. Jabs do nothing once you got Prot 4. This is the max gear that's allowed on my SMP. Well, it's not my SMP, but the SMP I play on. And a bunch of other SMPs, I imagine. So, I'm just testing this before I go to full-out netherite Prot 4. But anyways, now that we've tested that out, it's time to test out Wind Charge Mason, because clearly just jabbing isn't going to do anything. So we obviously got to do more. So that dealt like a heart and a half. Not that great, to be honest. That right there dealt only half a heart. If I like charge forward in mace, not mace. It's like spearing. It's like a replacement for the mace. But yeah, the issue, quite frankly. Okay, so if I just like use it exactly as a mace would be used, and do it just perfectly. If I get right in the sweet spot of like movement and then fall damage. Like movement damage and fall damage where the two don't cancel each other out. Then I can do up to a heart and a half. The issue is that's the sweet spot, so most of the time that's not what you're getting. So most of the time you aren't doing anything. That's only good if your enemies like just pop the totem. To be honest. Like bro. It's not doing anything, it's still on full health. So wind charge spearing is honestly like just a last resort, like something you would do if your opponent has like no food left, is really low, and like maybe if you don't have a sword on you or your opponent is low enough, maybe you would consider wind charge spearing them to get them out of the game if they're really low. But other than that, wind charge spearing doesn't work on Prot 4 diamond players. So now we're going to Elytra Spear just to see if the spear has run out of uses. So here we go. Can the spear actually one-tap a Prot 4 diamond player? Wow, imagine that. That is crazy. It only does 4.5 hearts of damage. So even if you just straight up go into the sky and come crashing down, it still only does half health, which is insane. So you can do about almost half health. Probably if you get good enough, you can do about half health to a full netherite player with an Elytra Spear. But on Bedrock Edition, like, normal methods aren't exactly going to just straight up kill you, so you don't need to be worrying about getting one totem tapped. Like, you don't need to worry about someone instantly popping your totem with a spear. So, to summarize, the spear is actually a pretty balanced weapon, I would argue. Like, you know, the elytra spearing isn't so broken that it's going to instantly drop someone. So it's actually a viable technique that's pretty balanced, if I'm being honest. It takes some skill, and it doesn't do enough damage to, like, you know, be too terrible to use. Although, to be honest, I wouldn't really recommend allowing... I mean, I don't know. I find elytra PvP to honestly be, like, really annoying. It just kind of, like, bringing the Battle of the Skies doesn't seem nearly as interesting as you might think. But yeah, these are actually much more balanced than the mace, I think. So I honestly think that spears are a better, more balanced weapon than maces are. Maces are just still so OP. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole essay. One thing I found out about the spear that can be used quite well is you can basically wind charge lunge to basically replace bow boosting. Like, look at this. Bow boosting is worthless now. It's just bow boosting, but for noobs. That's crazy. Imagine bow boosting in 2026. Ah! Well, that went well.